France has become the first European nation to officially withdraw from the Ukraine war. French President Emmanuel Macron, in a series of tweets, said that he doesn't want a World War III. He also made it clear to Ukraine that it is not allowed to invade Russia and the weapons being given to it by EU should only be used to defend itself. Macron also made another interesting statement. He said in case of Russia attacking Ukraine with nuclear weapons, France will do absolutely nothing to irk Russia and won't deploy its own nukes to fire back. He also refused to break off dialogue with Russian President Vladimir Putin while vowing to talk to him whenever necessary. These statements by Macron come in the backdrop of two major events. First, the talk of the town in Washington is that Russia could use nukes against Ukraine in its ongoing military offensive after the Crimean Bridge attack. So, Macron has here tried to assure Russia that there is a limit to the EU-Ukraine partnership and it won't ever feel the need to use nukes as the last resort. Secondly, France has started facing civil unrest as a result of the massive fuel shortages in the country. On Friday, the government said that up to 30% of France's petrol stations are experiencing temporary shortages. Due to ongoing strikes, the production at local oil refineries has drastically slumped, giving rise to civil unrest in the country. So, by taking a soft stance on Russia, Macron actually wants to subdue the widespread panic in the energy market. Macron is singing pains of Russia just to bring peace to the region and end the war. Last week, the French president had also lambasted Joe Biden for fueling the war in Europe through his fake nuclear warning. Yes, Macron had rebuked Biden for saying that Putin was planning to launch nukes on Ukraine, despite the Pentagon admitting that it had no indication of the same. On the Russian question, Macron is not just locking horns with Joe Biden, but he is also taking EU by its devilish horns. EU's foreign policy chief, Joseph Borrell, recently said that a Russian nuclear strike against Ukraine would trigger such a powerful answer from the West that the Russian army would be annihilated. Now, with his statements, Macron has rejected EU's remarks. Macron on Thursday said in a statement, "Our doctrine rests on the fundamental interests of the nation. They are defined clearly and would not be directly affected at all if, for example, there was a ballistic nuclear attack in Ukraine." Well, Macron made clear that France's national security is not linked with that of Ukraine. He has hinted that France won't mind giving up its support to Ukraine to bring peace and prosperity back to Europe. Macron has thus also delivered a loud, clear, and strong message to Zelensky. It is time to end this war or suffer annihilation at the hands of Russia. All in all, France has completely withdrawn its support to Ukraine in the war, and more EU countries could soon follow the suit.
India's World, telling the right side of the story.